All right, this is Rudy. It's March the 30th, and this video is going to be a little bit different than what I normally do. As you guys may have heard me say in the past, I don't go to the doctor. I mean, I have been to the doctor many times for family members and friends, so I'm very aware of like hospitals and the nest of demons and the murder that they do in those hospitals. So I'm familiar with the satanic modern medical system, right? Very familiar with all the evilness, right? And so I don't go to the doctor for myself. I was probably less than 20 years old last time I went. I'm close to 50 this year. I'll be 50 this year. And so it's been 30 years since I've been to the doctor. I've been to the dentist like once or twice, and they ruined my mouth so bad that I won't go back to the dentist ever again either. So that kind of, keep that in mind as you hear my story, that I just don't go to the doctor myself. I would rather, there's a saying, you can either pay the farmer or pay the doctor. And my wife and I have always, leaned towards the idea of paying the farmer. So we try to pay a little bit extra for our food, sometimes a lot extra for our food, in the hopes that it keeps us from going to the doctor. And I've had a weight problem during the course of my life, and I get hungry just like everyone else, right? And so I've tried to keep the weight off. And how I did that is my wife and I have bought these premium chocolates. And so whenever I get hungry, I would pop some premium chocolates. And I've tried different kinds over the past, I would say, 4 to 6 months. My wife and I went to every CVS store all throughout our county. We even drove to because she's a thrift store-aholic, and we would go to Goodwills and thrift stores all over the city and neighboring cities. And we would always stop by the CVS pharmacy, and we would go in there and buy the Girardelli, man, guys know I'm a country hick and I can't pronounce nothing. Girardelli chocolate. Okay, so we bought, I would say, 100 packages of Girardelli chocolate. I don't know, probably has like 14 pieces in each bag and cost a ton of money. And so whenever I'd get hungry at night, I would I probably ate 4 to 5 Girardelli chocolates a day for at least 3 or 4 months. And my wife didn't eat as many as I did, but she also ate one a day, maybe one every 2 days. And so we were Girardelli chocolate-aholics, right? And I thought they were premium chocolates, quality stuff. I didn't think anything bad was going to happen, right? It's like I'm paying the farmer rather than paying the doctor. Well, not only that, but we also have these kind of chocolates, which are longevity chocolates. And those are expensive as well, but I thought I would eat up all the Girardelli chocolates before we broke into the really good stuff, which is the longevity chocolates. You say, why the heck are you talking about chocolates? Okay, I'm getting to the point. So just last week, I forget exactly what day it was, but it's not more than a week ago. I came across this article here, and I'll put it up on the screen, and it's from a news, or I don't know, some kind of health organization that refers to themselves as AS YOU SOW, AS YOU SOW, and they put out an article on toxic chocolate. I was like, well, that's interesting. I better read this since I eat 4 to 5 pieces of chocolate a day. So if you scroll down to the bottom, they have a list of their toxic chocolates. And lo and behold, the chocolate that I just go nuts on, 72% cocoa, Girardelli Chocolate Intense Dark Twilight Delight, which is the one I eat 4 or 5 times a day, has extreme levels of cadmium, or I shouldn't say extreme, but it has over the legal limit, right? And I was like, oh my goodness, you got to be kidding me, right? And so you should go check out this list. I'll put the list in the information bar, and you can make up your own mind if you're eating toxic chocolate. But it appears that I have been gorging myself on toxic chocolate full of heavy metals, specifically cadmium. Yeah, my wife checked into the longevity stuff, and that was not toxic. So what did I do after I found out I was eating toxic chocolate? Right? I went to eBay and I looked up a heavy metal test kit, as I wanted to know if I'm registering and testing for heavy metals. And I found one on eBay for about a little over $20 that you pee in, and you have to not eat any minerals for 24 hours. So I can't eat any tangy tangerine. I kind of fasted the day before, and I got up in the morning, I closed the lid of the toilet bowl, and I put my heavy metal toxic test kit on the top of the toilet bowl. Okay, And this is my heavy metal that came in my eBay package. And there it is. And so when I woke up in the morning to do my morning pee, which I would assume a lot of people do, this is what confronted me on the top of the toilet bowl, and it reminded me, oh, I got to pee in this thing. So I did my little test kit urine thing, and this is my results. And as you can see, it's kind of pink at the top. And if you compare that with a color code, I don't know if you guys can see it, but I have what's called a high concentration of heavy metals. So that confirms the fact that I am testing high concentration for heavy metals. That might explain why, why you guys think I'm halfway crazy anyway. So anyway, my wife saw my test results, and she said, well, can you test me? I said, well, there's 2 tests in the package. Let's test you, baby. And so we tested my wife. And my wife, as you can see from the picture, is also pink. It should have been green for no heavy metals, but it was pink along with me. So we both tested high for heavy metals. Well, now I'm in the stage right now of trying to find out what I do. And so this is one of the YouTube videos that ranks the highest when you type in on YouTube heavy metal detox. It's this Dr. Pompa, and I think he has a website called drpompa.com or something like that, or Pampa, P-O-M-P-A or P-A-M-P-A. You can figure it out. But he gives a 26-minute speech about how detoxifying your body of heavy metals can be dangerous. I'm like, oh, great. It's not going to be easy. And I saw all the easy stuff on eBay about eat what's that stuff called, the green stuff? Hold on, let me yell at my babe. Hey, babe! What's that stuff you eat to get rid of the toxic stuff at what's it called, the green stuff? Cilantro, right, okay. Sorry, the toxic stuff's already having an effect on my brain. I can't even remember anything. So my babe just reminded me, I guess she's not toxified as much as me. You're supposed to eat cilantro and chlorella, I don't know all that stuff. But anyway, he says that's not going to do it. He says that's not going to get it out of your body. That's just a bunch of health nuts selling you a bunch of stuff to make a lot of money, but it doesn't actually detoxify your body. So you have to make up your mind whether that's true or not. Maybe this guy's trying to make a lot of money. I don't know. Everybody's trying to make money and nobody wants to do what's right, just like the satanic modern medical system. But that's where I am right now. So you say, well, what's the point of the video? Well, it's kind of like when you're walking down around the lake, because we walk around the lake pretty much every week. Sometimes there's a big pile of dog poo that's right on the path. And so when you see that, or even if you step in it, you point back to your friends and say, hey, don't step in this dog poo like I just did, right? And so that's the point of the video, is I don't want you to step in the dog poo. So if you have, Ghirardelli chocolate, or you're thinking about getting it, don't get it. That's my opinion anyway. I wrote to them on their website, and I told them that I thought they were, sorry bastards for, letting cadmium, heavy metal, get put in their chocolate. And they wrote me back and said, we don't do anything as part of the manufacturing process. It must have come from the ground. I'm like, well, I don't care if it comes from the ground or your manufacturing process. You're the one who sticks it in a wrapper and sells it in a store, right? So it's their responsibility to make sure it doesn't have any freaking heavy metals. But all they did is point to that it must have come from the ground. It's like, I don't care if it came from the ground, right? If you're going to sell me a cheeseburger and, you say, well, the cow was, full of toxic chemicals. Well, you're the one who sold me the cheeseburger. You should have tested it before you put it, on the plate, So anyway, that's the story of my toxic chocolate. My wife and I, we're going to be investigating ways to detoxify ourselves. And if you listen to that 26-minute speech, you can't just focus on the liver. You can't just focus on the kidney. He says it's incredibly difficult to detoxify yourself. And he says it takes 2 years. I'm not joking. Go listen to this video. He says it takes 2 years to detoxify yourself. And it's not going to be just a 30-day cleanse or a 2 months cleanse. That you have to go through like a serious program. And of course, I'm sure you go to his website and pay him a bunch of money. I'm sure he'll tell you all the details of what you got to do. But I'm kind of just sad right now, right? Because I thought I was doing the right thing by losing weight and eating premium chocolates. And now I got all this freaking heavy metal in me. And so my word to everyone listening, don't step in the dog poo.